You know, it's like for them to have a romantic magic moment, which is almost like a stop time moment in the movie. It's one, I think it's one of my favorite moments in the movie.
I remember Patty kept on saying the first one, we kept on saying Casablanca, Casablanca, Casablanca. I think there is something in their love story that is so timeless and classic.
The uniqueness of having a romance story in a tentpole movie, which you don't really see nowadays, and the fact that there's a real dearth of romance, period, in modern cinema, which is so strange to say, given the fact that Hollywood was founded on romance films.
Do you know what's so weird? So Gal, we had Gal. I never got to get them together. I was just so sure that he was the one that it wasn't really until I was on set and then you saw the two of them together that you saw how great. I don't know that anybody ever expected that they would be so great that I think they're like one of the great on-screen romances.
My life hasn't been what you probably think it has. We all have our struggles.
Have you ever been in love?
A long, long time ago.
We see it in the first film and we see it in the second film, even explored even further. But what do you think it is about that Steve and Diana love story that you think, you know, audiences have really connected with?
I think they're both incredibly lovable characters and people. And I think that's what a good love story is.
With Chris, it was super organic and it was such an easy back and forth. It felt like a dance. And we didn't even feel like we were recreating something. We felt like we created it, you know, on the spot.
In this film, in '84, it's really about, he's there almost as he's a support, he's an ear, he's her confidant. He's not there to teach her anything, he's not there to learn anything, he is there simply as her greatest, most undying fan, as it were, you know?
I can save today, but you can save the world.
Steve.
Diane.
They're very much, you know, equal partners where it's, you know, built on this you know, built on respect, which is not something we always see in a superhero movie.
It was in the default of the story. We didn't try to make a point out of it just because also this is who we are, Patty and myself. We are women and we are feminists and we believe in equality and especially portraying Wonder Woman, who's like the symbol and the beacon of all of these things, is just goes without saying. So that was something that was imbued in the character.
Well, I think in the first one, you know, there was a conversation certainly about, you know, you don't want to see an emasculated male. That's not, you have to have a romantic, sexy relationship between two somewhat equal partners. Otherwise I don't think it really plays. But certainly the reality of the situation, at least in fictional, you know, movie land, is that she's a superhero with incredible powers and Steve is not a superhero with some very human powers that don't really add up to anything incredible other than his willingness to fight for the woman he loves. So, I mean, that's really all we talked about.
Oh, one of the scenes in the movie that I love that I wanted to ask you about with Chris is that great sort of 80s fashion montage.
You know what? I'm ready to go.
I think we can do better.
Parachute pants?
Yeah.
Does everybody parachute now?
It was so much fun. It was like literally Chris did so much riff-raffing there by himself off the script. And it was also fun to have the reverse role because in the first one I was doing that and I was trying on all the clothes and the looks and I didn't get it. And the fact that he got to be the fish out of water in this one was a fun change.
You know, I would always joke, let's pretend that Indiana Jones met Wonder Woman. Indiana Jones is not going to be like such a baby that he's like emasculated by, or he may be emasculated by her, but he's going to use it to his advantage to say, okay, go ahead, go, you be the one to fight this, that, you know.
And also that there's parity in the relationship and that they support one another. They bring out the best parts of one another and there's a true, substantial, you know, time out of time love.
You look like you saw a ghost. Diana, look at you. It's like not one day has passed.
So tell me a little bit about, working with Chris. What's something about him that surprised you, or that you think that a lot of people may not know about him?
I don't know, we laugh so much all the time, like literally, and I'm the easiest to break. I'm super easy to get to laugh. He literally calls me Giggles Godot.
Really, she is truly what you see is what you get. That kind of bubbly, bright, loving, kind, curious person is really who Gal is. It's not like an act. And I was just continually blown away on the first and even more in the second. She's a mother of 2 young kids. She's working 18-hour days. She's doing incredible stunts. She never complains. She's never late to set, ever.
And of course, with Patty's being the director, I think that she's such a smart filmmaker and such an amazing visionary. And, she has this inner compass in her that she just follows. And it's so real. It's so true. And she's nothing but great inspiration.
The way I fly, they will never find us.
I forgot to tell you.
What?
Radar.
Will they shoot at us?
Yeah, like I wanted to ask briefly about the fireworks scene that we see in the trailer.
I wanted to have a scene where we experience the joy of that love between them, not just showing you that it's love, but we, the audience, feel how good it feels to have him back. But it was really like magic, it's like for them to have a romantic magic moment, which is almost like a stop time moment in the movie. I think it's one of my favorite moments in the movie.
It's all art. That's just a trash can.
It's just a trash can. Yeah.
We all work so well together. And by the way, also Pedro and Kristen.
Yeah.
But I feel like the chemistry that we all clicked, and we got so lucky, because if there's no chemistry on set, or if it becomes about people and not about the project, then it can be very, very hard. But with us, none of us, it wasn't about ourselves. We were all there for the greater good of this character and the story. And we just gave everything that we had every day.